I'm just starting recording now. Yeah, I've just started recording.
Yeah.
Lovely. Sina, thank you very much. Can I please check that you can all see my presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Right. So I will make a start. So hello everyone, and welcome to this information session about the Msc Cosmetic Science. So what I would like to do during this presentation, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the background for the BSc Cosmetic Science and the Msc Cosmetic Science. So just a little bit about their history to understand what they're about. So the BSc Cosmetic Science is a relatively new course for the university. I designed it in 2015. The first cohort of students was in September 2016. It is aligned very much with my research interests. That's why I have a lot of like, let's say, vested interest in this program. It's just like it was very straightforward, let's say, to design that and to run it. So it is like very well aligned to what I'm doing on my research. And it is either a 3-year program or a 4-year program. For students who choose the 4-year program, they just do an optional industrial placement year between the 2nd and 3rd year of studies. It is a STEM course. STEM stands for it is like science, technology, engineering, and maths. It has to do with the design, formulation, manufacture, and marketing of cosmetic, fragrance, and personal care products within existing legal frameworks. It is also recognized by the Society of Cosmetic Science. Again, it's recognition by the SES. And lots of the students are members of it, of this professional body. And it is the first program of its kind in the UK, like it has a unique syllabus. And first cohort of graduates was in 2019, and it has demonstrated up till now very high employability. The cosmetic industry, it is the industry of everyday cosmetic and personal care products. It's lucrative, which means like profitable. It's heavily scientific, and it's expanding and highly regulated. So you need to keep up with regulations, with all the scientific challenges that it shows, the scientific advances, the new product developments. So it is a very fast-moving area of work. It's very innovative, and there are lots of patents involved in the industry. For example, cosmetics accounted for 10% of all patents granted in the EU in 2009. If we look in the context of the overall markets in the UK's beauty and personal care market was worth 17 billion in 2014. It jumped to 24 billion in 2020 and is still growing year on year. It is still an unsaturated market, which means that graduates, they will be highly employable. And that's why, because it's still unsaturated, there is a need from the cosmetic and personal care industry for appropriately qualified cosmetic scientists. So what is a cosmetic product? It is the everyday products we use. The aim of the cosmetic product is that we apply that on the external body surfaces with the aim, or within the oral cavity, with the aim to cleanse and fragrance and beautify our body, the hair, the skin. Yeah, so this includes, for example, body face foundations, moisturizers, all the decorative products like makeup products, perfumes and deodorants, cleansing products for the hair and the body, like shampoos, soaps, body cleansing for all age groups, also oral cleansing, like toothpaste, mouthwash for all age groups, hair products for styling, like hair color, hair styling, and all the hair treatments. And also it's about the sun protection and the self-tanning. A little bit about the BSc. In year 1, there are 4 modules. Is the chemistry module, is the physiology module, regulations and formulations. In year 2 is formulation quality by design, manufacturing quality control, industrial and professional practice, and dermatology module. And year 3 is advanced cosmetic formulations, research methods and professional practice, research project, and regulatory aspects and quality management. The lab facilities and the equipment, the cosmetic science labs, they're very well equipped. So in the formulation labs, I've included all equipment for the formulation of solid products like eyeshadows. So I have a powder press there where the students can make eyeshadows. Also for semi-solid formulations like creams, gels, lipsticks, and liquid products, for example, foundations, face toners, etc. Also equipment for material characterization, for example, rheometer, differential scaling calorimeter, tensile strength for the hair. This is a really nice equipment where it measures the strength of the hair and the difference between treated and untreated hair. Also microscopy, like scanning electron microscopy and polarized microscopy, Fourier transfer infrared, which is the FTIR, and analytical techniques like high-performance liquid chromatography, which is the HPLC, and GCMS and all the other kind of analytical techniques. Also equipment for claim substantiation, for measuring skin properties, for example, hydration levels in the stratum corneum, transepidermal water loss, skin elasticity, measurement of the surface texture, sebum contact, sun protection factor as well. It's an equipment which tells us what is the SPF, sun protection factor, yeah? I'll show you a few photos from the labs. You see here, this student here is from March 2017. The student was in the lab and she was preparing an emulsion. Here we have the high sear mixer and gradually adding the ingredients in the beaker. This picture again from March 2017 is students who are preparing a foundation. You see here the colorants they've been added. That's why they have this color. The mixture, this is the foundation. This is where they add the aqueous phase in the oily phase gradually under constant stirring. This actually was an water in silicone foundation where we have the silicone phase with all the colors, and then we add gradually the aqueous phase, and we have to add it gradually, otherwise we will have phase separation. And this is another lab, which I believe that must have been Urmi, who is here with us today. This is from December 2020. This is from the Msc Cosmetic Science lab, and Urmi here was preparing lipsticks. So we have the lipstick mold. This is the hot melt mixture. We pour it in the lipstick molds, then it solidifies and then turns to the lipstick, and we put it in the lipstick case. There are lots of career opportunities in the cosmetic industry, and if you look at the website of the Society of Cosmetic Scientists, this could involve research, perfumery, product process and package development, manufacturing, quality control and assurance, product evaluation, safety testing, microbiology, sales and marketing, purchasing. For information, here I've got a few case studies from undergraduate students cosmetic science that they worked in industry, part of their degree or as a placement year, and their contribution was so significant that it was picked by the national news. So for example, Paige Fern, she got a part-time job while on the second year and third year of her studies at Brie Organics, which is a small company in Newcastle. And there she developed several new products that the company has now launched on the market. You can read a bit more about her success on these links. What I will do, I will copy these links on the chat so you can all access them. I think I can do that. Oh, actually it's trying to open. Just a moment. Oh. Actually, yeah, can you see the screen? Did it open the link?
We can see your presentation, but not the link, which is
right, okay, it opened just for me. No problem. Right, what I will do, yeah, I will copy in a minute the link so everybody can see them. Yeah. And another student, Rifa, that she helped a local cosmetic company transform and grow their business. This was picked by the World News and the Chronicle Live. She really helped the company increase their business. So from 2 people, it turned to 13 people while Rifa was there. And said, I'm going to copy the links to the chat. Now about the Msc Cosmetic Science. So this is more recent. I designed and wrote this program May, June 2020. The validation event was in July 2020, and the first year of this course was from October 2020. And today we have Urmi with us, and Urmi, she was in the first cohort of the Msc Cosmetic Science students, is now working in industry. And after my presentation, Urmi will explain to you a bit about what she's doing in the industry and about this career path. Yeah. So the first cohort of students 2020, 2021 14 students on the Msc Cosmetic Science. This academic year, which is the second cohort, I've got 32 students, so it has increased a lot. The number of students has increased a lot. The MSc is offering progression from the BSc Cosmetic Science. However, it also offers the opportunity to other graduates from related disciplines, for example, pharmacy, chemical engineering, chemistry, to specialize in the higher level knowledge and skills required by the cosmetic sector and to become employable in the cosmetic industry. So by studying this MSc, you will be stepping into an employability platform via the networking with key stakeholders in the cosmetic industry, and which I have selected them as guest lecturer for this course, and also via the acquisition of all required knowledge and skill. An example for the types of graduates that are suitable for this course, for example, Urmi is a chemistry graduate. She will explain to you how she found the course and how she secured a job as well in the industry after in her current role. A bit about the modules, about the Msc Cosmetic Science. The Msc Cosmetic Science has got 5 modules. In term 1, it is the formulation, manufacture, and material science skills for cosmetic, personal care, and fragrance products. And this module is running alongside the regulation module, which is the UK and worldwide regulation for the manufacture and marketing of cosmetic, personal care, and fragrance products. Then in term 2, which is from February, so the term 1 is October till December, but runs a bit until January, so it's October till January, term 1. And then from February until May, it is 2 more modules, the advances in dermatology and hair care, and the advanced business and marketing skills in the cosmetic industry. Then over summer, let's say from June, runs the final module, which is the research project module, is running over summer, okay? And this is where you will be doing your own research in the lab. This is the research project module. It is worth 60 credits. So it is a quite big module compared to the others, an important module where you get the opportunity to apply all your skills and knowledge in the form of your own research project. Therefore, if you would like to work in a creative and fast-moving consumer goods-orientated market, why not consider the cosmetic industry? So it's very important to clarify here that if you do the Msc Cosmetic Science, you will be able to apply for the cosmetic industry jobs, okay? You won't be able to go and work as a community pharmacist, okay? It's not like the OSPOP, but you will be able to go and work in the cosmetic industry. So I would like to make this very clear. And if you have any questions about the roles in the cosmetic industry, Urmi will be able, is the perfect example to tell you what she's doing now in the industry, and you can ask her any questions you wish about the role in the industry and how, if she enjoys the role, if she feels she's made the right career choice. So you can ask all this to Urmi. A little bit about myself, my background. I have a long-term research experience in the formulation of skin products. You can find this on my website, also on ResearchGate and Google Scholar. You can find a bit more details. I'm a council member of the SES. I'm a fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry, a member of the Royal Pharmaceutical Society. This is my email address. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. And this is my extension. This is my phone number at the university. Now, how to contact us? This is the university website. The Indian office has got this email address. Obviously, any inquiries, I would suggest you pass them via your coordinator, okay? So alongside, just want to put my slides here. Yeah. Please feel free as a starting point to contact Sena. She's gonna guide you for next steps. Great. Right. Thank you very much. And Urmi is now here with us. I would like to introduce you to Urmi Damnaska. She graduated from the Msc Cosmetic Science last October. Well, November was the graduation, December. But you started, when did you start your job, Urmi? Can you please remind us?
I started in October. So
yes,
just after our course was completed, I joined with Kobu Products.
Lovely. Yes. Right. So Urmi, would you like to explain to the students here a bit about your career in the industry. And also, I would like to encourage the audience to ask any questions as well. You can either unmute yourselves and ask questions, or you can put them on the chat, and we'll pick them questions and answer them. Urmi, yeah, you can.
Hi everyone, my name is Urmi Damnaskar. I am originally from Maharashtra in India, and I came to the UK in 2020 for my Msc Cosmetic Science at the University of Sunderland. Before my master's, I am a chemistry graduate from KC College in Mumbai, and after that, I completed a diploma course in perfumery and cosmetics in Mumbai. And after that, I was working for a year and a half in Viva Cosmetics. It is like a third-party manufacturer of color cosmetics in India. So brands like Sugar or Color Bar, even Nykaa, we used to produce all of their products over there. And after working for a year and a half, I thought about studying a bit more about cosmetic science. So I was searching for different courses, and there was no master's course in cosmetic science available at that time in India. So I widened my horizon a little bit to see about courses in other parts of the world. So UK was one of the places I found. And so that's how I studied Msc Cosmetic Science over in University of Sunderland. There were two things which I was concerned about while applying for this course, and those were how the labs would be and what would we be taught, like the modules. As Callie mentioned before, the labs were exactly how they showed in the YouTube channel of the university. They had all the equipments which are actually professionally used in industry right now, like the stirrers, the homogenizers, and the modules were like a great mixture of different aspects of cosmetic science. It was not only limited to formulations or manufacturing. It had regulations, it had formulations and production manufacturing. There were also one module which had dermatology in it, and we were also taught about claims substantiation in that. Since you guys are from pharmacy background, you know that when we sell or market a product, we often say that this product will provide this effect on the skin or this effect on the body. So it is always important to substantiate that claim, whichever claim we put, but it is very important to substantiate that. And we were taught about that in this module, which was one of my favorite things to learn about, because that is very helpful for me now when I'm working in the industry. There was also a business module in which we were taught about project management and marketing. So after a certain point in your life, if you feel like starting your own cosmetics line or a cosmetic business, this information or this skills that you learn from this module will be very helpful. There are also job aspects like sales or marketing or purchasing, in which these skills will definitely be useful. There was also a research project that we had to work on. We had to formulate a novel product. So right from the start to the end by ourselves. And of course, Callie was our guide for that project. So it was very helpful. And it was so as to prepare us for the industry, because that is what we do here as well. We are given briefs and then we formulate products like lipsticks or lip balms, or even skincare products. Right now, I'm working as an applications lab chemist in Kobo Products. So to give you a little insight about what Kobo Products is, or what Kobo Products does, Kobo Products is a company which provides raw materials to the cosmetics industry. The product range includes microspheres, surface treated pigments, pearl pigments, and also color and sun care dispersions. There are also like a lot of different products that we have in our portfolio. It's huge. Kobo Products is originally based in New Jersey in US, and we have locations at other places as well. So I'm from Kobo UK. There's Kobo Brazil, Kobo France, and Kobo Japan as well. My work here involves making products like lipsticks, foundations, eyeshadows and even eye products using the raw materials from my company. So then these finished products are used by the sales team to market our raw materials based on the attributes of the finished product. So for example, there is a raw material called MSS 500W, which is a silica microsphere. It provides a good slip to the product. If we use it in a foundation, it will enhance the slip of the product, the end feel of the product. So it is nice to use it in formulations in which you want to increase the texture of the product or the end feel of the product. So that's how they, the salespeople do that. I love working in this industry because I get to work on developing new and interesting products. Recently, we worked on developing 2 microplastic replacement products. One of them was a face primer and another was a microplastic free lipstick. So as I said, it's very interesting to work on, making these products which we otherwise use daily in our life, like shampoos or soaps or toothpastes or even perfumes and color cosmetics, skincare. The list is endless. I also went to Paris for a trade show, which is in Cosmetics Global this year as a part of Kobo's team. So there I really met a lot of people from all over the world. I also met a few people from India. They had their booths over there. So I just said hi. I know you because you're from India, and I had been using their products before when I was working in India, so I knew them. It was a good exposure for me because I am at my start of the career, but events like these, help us to connect with people from all over the world. Even at our booth, at Kobo's booth, what I did was I talked to a few of our customers. I showed them the new projects we've been working on, showed them how using our raw materials in the cosmetic products would have this effect or that effect. It was really fun. If you guys have to give a thought about working in the cosmetics industry, I would say it is really interesting to work here because there's a lot of creativity involved in formulation, and it's always fun to stand there in the lab and make all these different interesting products. It's really fun, I would say. And also after this MSc course, I don't know if you guys know about this or not, but once you complete this course, you starting from last year, you can also apply for the post-study work visa, which they have started giving since last year. So it is a visa after your studies, and with that visa you can work for up to 2 years without the need of sponsorship from an employer. So that is a good opportunity that you get after you study here in the UK. So that's all I have to say right now. If you guys have any questions for me or about the course or the industry I'm working in, you can surely ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Umi. Thank you. Thank you, Umi. Just a couple of questions for me.
Yeah, sure.
Kelly, is that okay?
Yes, Urmi,
Yeah.
thank you very much. And
Yeah.
I think it's very important, the latest information you gave as well, Urmi, about the visa.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Very useful there. Yeah.
Umi, when you came in, did you have to apply for, did you have to do your IELTS or OAT?
I was supposed to give an IELTS exam because it is one of the criteria for applying over here. But when I was applying, there was COVID because it was 2020 and everything was in shambles. So what happens when we apply for the course is once we get the conditional letter, we get all the conditions that we have to complete. So in my case, it was IELTS, or there were a few other options as well, apart from IELTS. And there was the deposit fee that we had to pay. And yeah, those 2 things. So after the conditional letter, we also had to give an interview submitted to the Indian office. We had to record ourselves and answer all the questions from the questionnaire that was given to us. After our interview, after that video recording interview, I like got a message from the Indian office saying we have like a scholarship for you for the accommodation. Bhavna ma'am could better explain it later if you ask her. But that was the time when she said that we saw your interview, and she said that my English was quite good, and she asked me how much percent like marks I got in my 10th or 12th grade in English. So if it's above like a certain point, then the IELTS is waived off. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure about the exact marks you need to get in there, but you could probably get better information on that with Bhavna ma'am.
Kelly, would you be able to find out from the admin team, because as many students appeared for the OSPAP, they had an OAT exam, which is like which is similar to IELTS 7. They have to get OAT B, but some of them got OAT B in 2 and C in 1. Would that be OAT would be still accepted? So which is, if you convert it into IELTS, would be like 7.7 and 6.5. So would that be accepted, or would they have to do an IELTS again, which is again costing too much of money for them?
Yes, I could clarify that with Bhavna. I was hoping that Bhavna will join us today, Sina. She had accepted the invitation, but she's because she's really the person to answer, to give us like up-to-date information about that. So I'm just gonna ask her via this chat.
Okay.
It is about the IELTS.
Yeah, if OAT is also accepted, because OAT is accepted for OSPAP. That's like B in all category. That means it's similar to IELTS 7 in all categories. If that's accepted, if OAT is accepted, that would be a big help for because these all students have done their OAT to get a place in OSPAP. But the problem is that OSPAP has got a very limited seats of 130 in Sunderland, and quite a few people have not got any seats.
Yeah, my guess would be that it is accepted, because if it is good like for OSPAP, then I think it would be okay as well for Msc Cosmetic Science. But let's wait for the formal confirmation from Bhavna. But I have a feeling it should be okay. That
me one more question. The job what you have got, is it like a Tier 2 visa job where you're going to be able to?
I won't say as in formal research, but I work in the lab and formulate products. So it's more like an application lab role.
No, what I meant to, are you able, the visa what you got from the job visa, is it like Tier 2 visa?
No. It's the post-study work visa that I mentioned before. So the visa that you'll get would be the Tier 4, right? For studying in the UK.
But would the company would be able to give you Tier 2 after the post-study visa?
So it depends if the company has the sponsorship or not. If they have the ability to sponsor your visa, they can. And the student should actually ask if they could get a Tier 2 visa. Right now, I'm on my post-study work visa, which is a 2-year visa. And with this visa, I am allowed to work in the UK without sponsorship. It's not the Tier 2 though.
Tier 2. So, but after that, like now, for in your case, after a year, you have to look in for that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. So it depends on the company. If they have the sponsorship thing, they can sponsor visa for the employees. They can.
Okay, right. Callie, do you know any students, all these students who have got a job, have they got Tier 2 visa? Because that's where again we are having the, with the international students, the post-work visa is only for 2 years, and after 2 years, if they don't get Tier 2, it becomes difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is that, well, first of all 14 students got a job last year. Like there were 14 students, they all got a job. Some of them go, most of them in the UK, and I have to say that most of them were like international students. And they got jobs like Kobo, Cosmetics, L'Oreal, Body Shop, because they are part of the business, let's say, of the company. After the 2 years then of the post-work visa, then the company will take care of their visa. And I believe that's what is happening with Kobo, Cosmetics and Urmi, because then they're employees. Is that right, Urmi? And then the company is helping you to update your visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I asked my
Yes.
my boss about it, whether I should apply for my post-study work visa or will I be getting the tier 2.
Yeah.
She said to apply for the visa which I am getting readily now, and later after 2 years, when I'm still working with it and everything is good, then she said if everything is good and we could think of it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I think one more question I think is there on the chat box. Is there a placement opportunities after master program?
Right. The MSc doesn't include a placement year. After the graduation, the students find a job. So it is not like an integrated placement opportunity as part of the MSc. It's just about searching for a job after that. And well, the students managed to, the previous graduates managed to find a job. As I said, there are lots of job opportunities in this industry because it's an unsaturated market. So yeah.
Can I add something? So all of my classmates and we searched our jobs mostly through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a really good platform to find jobs in the UK. And with this post-study work visa, it was quite easy because a lot of times the first few questions the interviewer asked us was, what are your, working conditions? Can you work here? Because you're an international student, can you work here? So we had to explain them about the post-study work visa, and it was very helpful in that aspect of like getting a job, because a few years ago when there was no post-study work visa, people had to only find jobs in companies which provided tier 2 visa. But now here, because you don't need the sponsorship for working, you can apply for different companies and like at places which even won't sponsor or are not sponsoring as of now.
Sina, could you please remind me what does the OIT stand for? OIT that you mentioned earlier. I understand the IELTS, but I cannot remember the OIT, what it is.
Sheena ma'am, I think you're on mute because we can't hear you.
Yes.
It's an occupational English test.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I understand
normally
why it is like, okay, I understand why it's part of OSPP. Yeah, for the Msc Cosmetic, usually IELTS. It's usually IELTS.
Usually
So,
IELTS.
yes, yeah.
OAT is now generally accepted for nursing, medicine, dentistry, and also now to the pharmacy and pharmacy.
Yes. But the thing is, if it is suitable and appropriate for like nursing and pharmacy and that, which are like courses that include a high level of communication, a lot of communication with the patients, with colleagues, it would definitely be okay for MSc. I think I can just tell you from now. I don't think we need for Bhavna's answer on that. Now understand what it is. Yes, it should be okay.
It should
be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. So coming down, it's like a 1-year program, Kelly. If they're coming for MSc, the people who can join these courses are chemical engineer, people who have done BSc in chemistry or in pharmacy, mechanical engineering, anything else?
Chemical engineering, biology, any STEM courses would qualify. So any STEM courses, yeah.
Any STEM courses.
And the start date is October.
October, yeah.
And yeah, it's just one entry.
One entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one other question. Somebody will ask you whether there is a January intake or anything. And there was another question. So is there any like OSPAP, is there any limitation of seats or anything like that, Kelly?
There is no limitation on the number at the moment, no.
No limitation. Right. Okay. I don't know, is there anything else I have to ask? I think you have covered to me all of the topics what I was supposed to ask you. You told in very good, nice nutshell. You have explained everything. And Kali's PowerPoint presentation also told about the what is included in the course, what is being taught. So whatever I have written, everything you have covered it.
It's great.
Thank you. Is
You're
there anything
welcome.
else, Omi, you have to tell? Because people coming from India or from overseas, like I've got from Africa and Egypt also. So I think they like to know from both of you how it is coming from overseas to work here and study here. What do you specially advise them?
Um, it would be it would be a little off track, but I would suggest everyone who's coming here for studies to start doing chores at home, learn cooking, learn cleaning, because it really helps us, because we have to do it all by ourselves, right? So it is really helpful if we already have a little bit of knowledge of that as well, because otherwise
We will
we are
struggle.
eating, yeah, because we are eating always from outside, and then there are health issues. So it's better to learn all those things as well. And if a lot of people might also be concerned about part-time, because that covers our expenses.
Yeah.
I didn't work part-time because I thought of focusing on studies first. That was what I thought about. But there were a few flatmates of mine who used to work at like fast food places or grocery stores. So that used to like manage the expenses of like living expenses over there.
Yeah.
And Sunderland is like a very affordable place for students to live in. So the expenses there were, I would say, uh, around £100 per month, but that is only for about food. I have not taken in consideration about the accommodation, but accommodation charges in Sunderland are also quite like inexpensive or affordable, I would rather say.
And where did you live in a university accommodation or did you live?
I stayed in Clanny House. It was a university managed accommodation.
Managed accommodation. Yeah. I think it is 7 at the moment. It is yesterday I spoke to them and it was 79 per week because
Yeah, it is
I wanted
around.
to, because there was loads of doubts about accommodation. So I spoke to them directly. It's Clanny House is 79 per week.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't see anything else being asked in the group. Is there anything else the students wants to ask or, discuss or anything like that? I think I've asked all the questions,
Great.
what they put it in the group or send me privately. Yeah, that's.
Actually, we have someone raising their hand. This is Hamza. She's raising her hand. Hi, Hamza.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Oh, hello. Yes.
Ma'am, can you hear me? First of all, Sheena, ma'am, thank you so much. I am from Pakistan, and I recently graduated with my Form D. So I want to know about the scope of this degree internationally. I mean, in other in other countries. Can
Yeah.
we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You will be able to work anywhere in the world, Hamza. Yeah.
All right. All right. So, in other countries, like if I want to move to another country after this course, is there any license or something like in pharmacist like registration exams like stuff or
No, there's no registration because the cosmetic industry is international. So once you graduate, you can apply anywhere in the world.
all right?
For a job is no, it's not a case of passing exams from a regulatory body as in the case of pharmacy, for example. It's nothing like that.
All right.
For example,
Mm,
Kobo Cosmetics, for example, that Urmi works at, it's an
mm,
international company, and she could choose to work in any of the headquarters they have in the UK, in other countries. Because the cosmetic industry usually, like, let's think of any cosmetic industry, they have departments everywhere, different countries, so you can go to different countries to work for the same industry. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome,
so much.
Hamza. Yeah.
I don't think there is anybody else to ask any questions. Is there a final chance anybody else wants to ask any questions or raise their hand?
You could
Right.
also type in the chat box if there are any questions.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody there.